Hi everyone, in this video we'll be talking about angle rules. So the four main angle rules that we care about are the X rule, the U rule, the Z rule, and the F rule. Okay, so easiest one so far is if we have two lines crossing each other. Our X rule tells us that opposite angles are equal. So those angles are equal, and we could also say these angles are equal. That's our X rule. Okay, next, for the rest of the rules, so for the U rule, the Z rule, and the F rule, we need to have two parallel lines with a transversal. So when we've got two parallel lines, I'll try that one a little bit better. There we go. So we've got two parallel lines. We put a little arrow there to indicate that they're parallel. And then we put a transversal, which is just another line that goes through at any angle we like. Now, the first rule that we'll talk about here is the U rule. If we look at this portion here, it looks like a U, which is good. Okay, so the U rule tells us that this angle here plus this angle here have to equal 180 degrees. So that means that they are supplementary. So our U rule talks about supplementary angles. The next rule that we'll talk about is the Z rule. So if we look at this part of our set of lines here, if we flip that around in our minds, that looks a bit like a Z. And our Z rule tells us that if we have this angle here and this angle here, those angles are equal. Okay, so that's the Z rule. I'll just draw that transversal again. There we go. Okay, so we've done the U rule, the Z rule, now it's the F rule that we care about. So let's have a look. Where's our F? If we put in, that's an F there, fantastic. Our F rule says that these angles here are equal. Okay, so that's it. We've had the X rule, the U rule, the Z rule, and the F rule. And basically, if you forget a rule, you can pretty easily remember it by drawing those two parallel lines with a transversal and sort of drawing where that letter would be on those lines. Hope that helped.